G'day guys and welcome back to Raging Ryno. As we're only about 24 hours away from the release of the Book of Boba Fett, we've had a lot of trailers, a lot of teasers that have come out that have actually been very much of the same thing, a lot of the same shots, a lot of the same scenes, and again, I will repeat that I feel like we've already sort of seen the first episode just through all these little teasers and trailers that they have dropped. Now, one of my biggest criticisms is the fact that they have been removing Boba Fett's helmet. He's constantly in these teasers and these trailers fighting without his helmet on and having conversations with people without his helmet on. And I really feel like that takes away from the character of Boba Fett. We've just had somebody in the industry come out and pretty much say very similar things. So this comes from Bounding Into Comics. Captain America, the first Avenger director, says he would have never revealed Boba Fett's face. And as I said, I've been saying this all along. They should never have been taking his helmet on and off the way that they are doing it. Now, I don't think that there should be a law made behind it, like a this is the way kind of law that they put in place where they never remove their helmets. They do have to eat and they do have to sleep. They wouldn't sleep with their helmets on. And of course, I don't think that there's a problem with people seeing their faces necessarily, but I definitely feel like he shouldn't be in combat with his helmet on. And if you go back and you rewatch Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, he has conversations with everybody with his helmet on, never taking it off just to be able to speak to somebody or anything like that. So as we saw in one of the trailers that they released, it's going to be interesting to see how they change now the character of Boba Fett. Now, Boba Fett in just the movies alone wasn't a fleshed out character. He got fleshed out way more in the expanded universe. And I think that the way it was done in the expanded universe, I haven't read all the stories and I don't know the exact story, but I know enough to know what he does and the life that he creates for himself. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they change the character of Boba Fett. So I don't want to go through this entire article because the director here, Johnston, he pretty much just goes on to talk about how the armor was originally going to be an army of these troopers, these super troopers, but the cost was just way too expensive. But there are a couple of things, and of course the first point is the fact that I agree with him completely on the fact that they shouldn't have been revealing Boba Fett's face. So here we go. Captain America, the first Avenger director, Johnston, who was also the visual effects art director on The Empire Strikes Back, recently detailed that he would have never have revealed Boba Fett's face in The Mandalorian or the upcoming The Book of Boba Fett series. Now again, I do agree with that, and this also comes from an interview from the New York Times. But like I said, this next little bit here just goes on to say how they wanted an army of super troopers and how it was just too expensive to do that. So they decided to just use that one suit of armor that they had and turn the character into a bounty hunter. But there's also this bit down here. As for who Boba Fett is, Johnston also detailed, he's sort of a bad guy, but he's not on the Empire's side. And he's not on the Rebellion's side. He's like a free agent, and he goes around the galaxy arresting people and bringing them back to justice, or bringing them to Jabba the Hutt, or whoever. He's a mercenary. He'll do anything for money and his outfit. The way he looks should reflect that, Johnston added. Now, I thought that was very interesting because, again, they're trying to make Boba Fett this crime lord, this underworld boss, but they're trying to get him to do it through a much better way than how Jabba was doing it through fear. He wants to rule through with respect. So I really feel like they are taking away from the character of Boba Fett and who Boba Fett was originally supposed to be as a character. And it's going to be interesting to see how this is received, I think, by the fans as well. Because if The Mandalorian is anything to go by, I really feel like the reaction to this is going to be good for Disney, but it's not going to be good for Star Wars. Anyway, it's good to see that there are people that have worked on Star Wars coming out and actually saying what they think and how they feel about some of the characters that they maybe worked on, helped develop. or had a little piece of the pie, something to do with it. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. We've got, like I said, less than 24 hours until it hits. Are you excited? Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.